Can't cook, won't cook. It's tonight, 8 o'clock in the Downshire Hall. You can pay at the door. It's only a fiver. Yes, £5 gets you in. Pick up some culinary tips. There's a variety concert in Castledirk High School tonight, 7:45. Tickets, again, £5. You can pay at the door. Belmont Village have a style evening tonight from 6 to 9. Lots of lovely style, hairstyle, flowers, coffee and truffles, etc. It's along the village there, and music provided by Sullivan Upper School. Norman Brown from Colinchie says there's a line in the song Hound Dog that goes, crockin' all the time. What does crockin' mean? No idea. John Gabby says all the best to Margaret and Charlie White of Bangor. And I say thanks for Juliet Turner this morning for singing for us live. And thanks to you for listening to us. Back again tomorrow. The competition, the Nigel Kennedy competition's on the website if you want to have a look at it there. And we'll be changing the Where Am I competition probably this afternoon or tomorrow, so last chance to have a go at that. Thanks for your company until tomorrow morning, just after 9 o'clock. From me, bye-bye. From Gerry Anderson, hello.
What's a truffle?
A truffle is a thing that a pig finds out in the forest and then hands it over to a French person, and then they sell it for an enormous bags of francs to people of discerning palate.
What is it, though?
It's like a mushroom. It's fungus.
I never knew that. It's a fungus.
Oh, yes.
Because people talk about truffles and truffles this and truffles that, and nobody ever explains what a truffle is.
That's what it is.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time.
Well, he said crocking all the time.
No, he's one of those people with one of those inferior Japanese hearing aids.
But you see, you can't argue with the people. I had a woman on berating me this morning called Mrs. Smith from Banbridge or somewhere, who would rather listen to you 10 times than listen to me. Because I asked a question in the quiz and the person got it wrong, and she said I should have given them the prize anyway because it's Children in Need Week. She says, you would have given them the prize. Would you have given them the prize? I would,
yeah, because I have no principles. What was the question?
I can't remember.
I would have known the answer if you'd remember the question.
It was something about Radio Ulster, who presents something. Who presents... Anyway, the answer wasn't David Dunseith, which she said. It was Mark Carruthers.
But she doesn't realise that you have very strong principles.
No, it's not that. They beat me if I do things wrong here.
They do indeed. People from the 6th floor beat you regularly.
They do. They come down with rolled up umbrellas and hit me over the head.
Wait, and you had to run the gauntlet.
And say things like, you had a split infinitive, Bennett, this morning.
Oh, I feel very deflated today after the excitement of yesterday.
What were you doing that was... it was your rickety thing, wasn't it? Yes.
You don't care, do you?
No.
No. We'd had a very successful day and we raised lots of money. We don't know what the total is because the money's still coming in today. Right. What are you doing for the children, John?
A lot. I'm going to watch you tonight exposing yourself on television.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I do have a TV programme on tonight. Thank you for mentioning it.
There's a picture of you in one of the local newspapers standing beside a man with a body. And I only knew it was you because there was a shadow on the floor. I
noticed, funny how these things work out. I was out last night. I had to beat the women off with a stick.
Right. You're very puny, though.
I am puny. No, it's all a matter of comparison. You see, compared to him, I'm puny. But you get me standing there in my own boy and watch those women leap.
Did they leap at you?
No, leap to get out of the way.
What's the secret of your magnetic attraction? You're trying to play music when I'm talking. Stop that.
No, that was a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude.
What's the secret of your magnetic attraction?
I'll tell you what it is, John.
What?
They sense that I'm not like the others.
Well, you're not.
Men are beasts, as you well know.
13 minutes.
They sense that I'm not a beast until I'm forced to be. I don't be a beast right away. I wait for a half an hour. See, people like yourself just lunge at them right away.
I'm not a lunger.
I
haven't lunged for weeks.
I've heard about you. No. You lunge at anything that's stationary. No. I talk to them first,
John. Anything that's stationary? You think I'm lunging at a writing pad or something?
No, I talk to them first before I lunge at them. You see, other people don't. They just lunge in right away.
You'd be good with the old chat-up lines.
I say things like, how's your day been?
Don't say that to you. I knew a fellow once whose chat-up lines consisted entirely of the first lines of songs. And he'd just go up to a girl and he'd say, you must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. And they would go weak at the knees. No,
I've tried that before. I went up to a girl one time and I said, you're nothing but a hound dog.
Crying all the time. Bye.
Bye.
Close but no cigar. I nearly won her heart. I got so close, but then my whole world fell apart. I thought we were in love. We came so far. Now she's with someone else and not me. Close but no cigar. Last night I kissed her lips just like before, but it was in her eyes she walked right out the door. Close but no cigar. I nearly won her heart. I got so close, but then my whole world fell apart. I thought that we were in love. We came so far. Now she's with someone else, and I'll be close with no cigar. Rock on, egg. Yeah. Oh, Friday yeah. I have to live without what might have been. He made a display. Now she's with him. I'll bet he tells her that he loves her. Well, heaven knows I came this close, but I won't have that chance again. Close but no cigar. I nearly won her heart. I got so close, but then my whole world fell apart. I thought we were in love. We came so far. Now she's with someone else, and I'll be close with no cigar. Now she's with someone else, and I'll be close with no cigar.
Close but no cigar. That's a band called The Lost Dogs. That's from an album. Oh, I don't know what it is. Let me just try and find out what it is in case you know. It's very important that I tell people things. It's from an album called The Green Room Serenade Part 1, released in 1996. Thank you to John Bennett in Belfast. Thank you to Susan McReynolds up here on BBC Radio 4. Look at that. The, what? What?
There's a wee call for you.
Look at the rickety wheel standing forlorn, silent in
Are
the
you
corner.
spinning her today?
Pardon?
Are you spinning her today?
I'm not spinning it today, no.
Well, I didn't get her completed yesterday.
I know. Let me just explain for the benefit of the people who are out there listening. We haven't done this yet. We couldn't do it yesterday because Gerry, Kelly and I had to go away to talk about you.
Yes, I wasn't invited. Thank you very
No,
much.
you weren't invited. One of
No.
the reasons why you weren't invited is because you have your own little programme that no one
Yes.
listens to at 1:30.
Yes.
And it's difficult for you to go away and come back for 1:30. We talked a lot about you.
Geraldine was free.
Geraldine was free, but then again...
Wasn't asked.
It was men's talk.
All right.
It was man's talk.
Right.
But there it is, the rickety wheel. After doing such sterling duty and work, it stands there silent in the corner like a sentinel.
Yeah.
Like something, you know, from the past. And there's Pudsey upside down. It's ridiculous for me to be here and not knowing that I can't spin it anymore. But see, let me just explain. You know what's happening for the benefit
You
of the
played a
people.
tape a lady phoned this morning a few weeks back, and she doesn't know what it is, but she said it was brilliant, and will you play it again? And this is a line, or 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 words from it. She never got a man. There's many words there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words.
Sounds like 5 to me.
Yeah, she never got a man.
That's all you have to go on.
That's all she remembers. And it was brilliant, she says. So
I've
will
no
you
idea.
play it again?
I have no idea what it is.
Well, Kim
leave-
wants you. Will you talk to Kim?
Leave that for a moment.
Go on, talk
Let
to-
me just
would you
explain to the people.
please
Now, hold
talk
on.
to
There are
Kim?
people out there who have given good money into this programme to children in need, and they expect some kind of return. Mm-hmm. Let me explain to the people what had happened. Excuse me, what happened?
Why don't you explain to Kim?
No. I'll explain to you via the people. See, then again, you
But
can
I
ask...
know.
No, but you don't know. You can ask me the relevant questions.
All right.
You know the questions that the people would like to ask.
Right.
A number of prizes were drawn out yesterday and allocated to various people.
Yes.
Right. Because we were so busy yesterday, we couldn't complete that.
Yeah.
But over the course of this next day or so...
Yes. Yes.
Over the course of the next day or so, we will spin this rickety wheel in all fairness and allocate all the remaining prizes to the remaining people who are still in the box who have not been interfered with yet.
Will you not, from time
No.
to time, give a wee blast?
No, it's done with. They'll have to trust us. So what we'll do is, round about the start of next week, when all the children need madness is over, people will begin to get their prizes. And what we'll do is I'll announce who has won what. But we can't do that just right away because we're so busy raising money for the children's show.
Yes. So
And
you'll
it-
announce the winners.
Sometime at the start of next week, but I
And
have to
their
ask.
prize.
I have to ask people. Do
Be
not
patient.
start. Be patient. Do not
Yes.
start ringing up today and
Right.
saying, "Where's my prize?"
Yes.
Nobody will get a prize until probably the end of next week.
Right.
Well, you understand that,
That's,
don't
well,
you?
that's fair enough. We'll just get Friday night done.
Get Friday night out of the way, and then I'll come in on Sunday morning and do all the work myself.
Yeah.
I'll get it all organised, but nobody will receive a prize until probably the end of next week. So please
Am I
don't.
singing on Friday night?
No, you're not, actually.
Strangely enough.
No, you're not.
Am I? No?
No, what's happening on Friday night is last Friday night we had a back-to-back competition between Radio Ulster TV and radio presenters and BBC Radio Foyle TV and radio presenters. So, and we had a back-to-back competition. I won that, but there were other competitors there who didn't do as well as
Do you
I
need to
did.
explain to people what a back-to-back competition is?
You see, this is why I'm talking to you, because you asked me the relevant
Yes.
questions. Back-to-back competition is you get 4 men, for instance, on one side, 4 men on another, and maybe a token woman.
We had 5.
5. And what they do is each person goes up in turn and
We had
sings.
6, but I was dropped.
You were dropped for good reasons.
Yes, you dropped.
So one person goes up and sings from one team, then another person goes up and sings from the other team, one person goes, so on until everyone has performed. And then a series of judges decide who is the best. The judges in this case was, what do you call that girl out of the Nolans? Colleen?
Yes.
And Tyrone Tom.
Yes.
Nice guy. Mm-hmm. Nice guy. Tom McDermott from Oma, Big Brother, won. So they decided that I was the best. But Jackie was a very close second. And indeed, Ralph, what's his name?
McLean.
Ralph McLean was third. So what's going to happen is on Friday night, people will be showing the clips. This was televised, of course, on Friday night, except your bit, which was thrown on the cutting room floor.
Well, yes, at your instructions.
I told them, don't film that. It's a waste of film.
Yes.
But I must say you performed rather well for a man who wasn't used to being on the stage. So what will happen is that the people will be showing these clips of us performing on Friday night.
Do you know what you said to me
What?
immediately afterwards? You know when you remember things.
Things come back to you.
No, the things I remember things, and I will never forget this.
What did I say to you? I drink taken. So don't take it that hard. I had a number of vodkas.
You said you started off well and faded.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
You did. No, what happened is you were apprehensive at the start, therefore your adrenaline was high.
Yes.
And then you started and you hit the first few lines pretty well, and the people were surprised and they stood up and clapped you. And then it went to your head. They said, this is easy. And then you weren't as wired up as you were before, so the second half of your song was poor.
Yeah.
First half was excellent, second half you trailed off. You must remember to keep the adrenaline up and do not...
I get tired.
I know you get tired. And that was the adrenaline. It seeped out of you when you saw the people reacting to you. But then they soon realised you were no good. And they gave you a sympathy round of applause at the end. So what will happen is that during the course of the night, the 3 acts, myself, Jackie, of course, and Ralph McLean, you'll be showing these pieces of film of us performing to the wonderful audience last Friday night. And then the nation will vote as to who will win. And a winner will be chosen, and the winner will perform live on the Odyssey Arena at 11 o'clock approximately on Friday night. It'll be on your local television screens.
I'm not voting for you.
I know you're not. I sincerely hope that I won't be there because the stage is too big for me.
Yes.
I may not fill it. But Jackie's the man, I think he's a comer. Jackie's the man who could sing a ballad. I don't know what's going to happen. Of course, these things aren't rigged. These things are absolutely...
I'm getting the people to vote for me.
Get the people to vote, but you won't be on.
I
They
know,
won't
but I
vote.
still...
They can't vote for you
I
because
don't care.
You won't be on.
I'm getting them a number.
But you were close. If you had maintained your momentum,
Yes.
you could have been in with a chance, except fading. You faded in the middle.
Kim wants you.
Yes. I want to say, first of all, hello to some ladies.
Kim's got something she wants to get off her chest.
I'll have a look at that in a moment. I want to say hello to some nurses up in the Mid-Ulster Hospital. I want to say hello to Mary Kelly and Sandra, Sean and Marion from a gentleman up here who encountered you the other day. Kim, it's not Kim Lenihan, is it?
No.
Did you hear her singing Phoebe?
She's very good.
Very sexy.
Yes.
When you put your arms around me. Of course, you need to have some arms,
Right.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes? Kim,
Is
sorry.
Hello.
Yes, Kim, hello.
You're awful hard on that man you're with.
I think honesty is the best policy.
I know, but God love him. Telling me faded.
He did fade. I mean, who else is going to tell him? I mean, people close to him will say he was great, but he wasn't. He faded. Now,
Anyway.
I'm sure a man has faded in you at some stage.
Not my husband.
Well, how long have you been married?
15 years.
Oh, well,
And he still doesn't fade, so he's all right.
If he hasn't faded yet, he won't.
No, well,
Right,
that's
anyway,
why I married him.
That's neither
Anyway,
here-
that's by the by.
Neither here nor there, right.
What I'm ringing you for is my mum listens to your show all the time. It's Patsy from Dingles. Patsy and Denise.
From where?
Dingles the builder.
Oh,
they work for Dingles.
Dingles, is that the Emmerdale firm?
Yes.
Yes.
The way
Okay.
they clean, it's like the Emmerdale firm. But she told me to ring in because you have a wee man called Geordie, is it?
He was in here yesterday in person. I thought Geordie was
All right,
rather
Bria.
overawed yesterday.
Well, apparently he knows everything about everything and knows everybody.
He does, yes.
I haven't heard, but I'm looking for a home for my wee dog, and my mum said, ring in the Gerry Anderson show. I nearly called you Gerry Kelly there.
It's all right.
And get Geordie to see if he'll take your dog, or will he know somebody that could take him.
You're doing a bit of spluttering there. Are you okay?
I am. I'm choking.
Are you? That's all right.
Sorry.
Is it nerves or you got the cold?
I've got a cough.
You've got a wee cough. Well, I'll tell you what to do. You've come to the right place. But
Good.
you see, I wouldn't necessarily ask Geordie that because it all depends what kind of a dog it is.
Well, he's a 2.5-year-old retriever collie mix,
Oh,
and
right.
he's the loveliest wee dog you ever met. I really don't want to have to get rid of him, but when we got him, I wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And now I work full time, and so does my husband. And my 2 boys are at big school,
Yes.
so they're not home till maybe 4 o'clock
All right.
because of rugby and football. And the poor thing's tied up out the back.
Oh, yeah. No.
Now we didn't used to tie him up at all, but we put a 6-foot fence up, and he can clear it as if it's not there. So we've had
Yeah.
had to put him on a long rope.
Yeah, okay.
But still, he loves company,
All right.
and he's great with children or anybody, and he's well house trained. He'll come and look at you and walk to the door when he needs to get out and all that. So
All right.
he's a brilliant wee dog.
Well, I
And
would
his
say,
name's Max.
well, I would say, you don't necessarily go to Geordie for that, although we will go to Geordie if we have to.
Well, whoever, but
Yes.
there need to be somebody that has the time for him.
All right, then why don't we ask the people out there, anyone who would like a wee 2.5-year-old, what is it again?
Collie retriever.
Collie retriever, and you say house
He
trained?
looks more like a retriever than a collie, to be honest.
And a
Oh,
good-
he's well house trained.
Good-natured wee thing?
He is a beautiful wee dog.
All right. So where's the wee dog living now?
Carrickfergus.
Carrickfergus, so preferably someone in that area.
Well, we don't want anybody too close because it would
Oh,
break
oh.
our heart to see him, and the kids' heart. So somebody
I
a
know
wee
what you
bit
mean.
further out of Carrick.
I know what you mean. Yeah. It'd be terrible if they saw somebody taking the wee dog out for a walk.
It would. It
Wouldn't
would. It would be awful.
Well, what about the kids? You say they're at big school. Well, how will they feel when?
Oh, they don't want him to go at all. But it's not fair on the dog. We want to keep him, but it isn't fair on the dog to be tied up from 9 until 3:30 or 4 every day.
You're on the horns of a dilemma there.
I know. I mean, we walk him every morning and let him do what he has to do and all that, and walk him as soon as I get back. But he's lonely, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
During
lonely.
the day.
I'm lonely too, but
Well, you take him.
I already have a dog that's more than enough bother.
I'm sure he needs company, but
It does, yeah.
that's when he needs another wee dog.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's put the call out for someone,
Okay.
not necessarily, in Carrickfergus, someone around there who would be
Yes.
interested in that wee dog, and you say it'd be no bother at all.
Not at all.
All right,
He's my
then.
hairy child, so he has to go to a good family.
Okay, then. All right, then. We'll see if there's any response today.
Thank you.
And if there's no response to... What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Look, we've got
Right,
somebody
sorry, what was I
already.
saying there?
We've got somebody
Lawrence
already.
McCann, I'm talking to you on the phone here. Lawrence said he would give it a good home. I've got.
Oh, would he?
Yes. So
Where does he live? Where does he live?
Lawrence, where do you live? Brishane, did you say? He said he lives in Brishane.
There we are. There's a man
Okay.
called Lawrence McCann. He's willing to take it.
Brilliant.
I'll tell you
Has he
what.
got the
we'll do-
time to look after him?
Well, why don't you talk to him?
Okay.
What we'll not on the air, of course. What we'll do is we'll give as soon as you hang up. Don't hang up, just hang on there, and
Okay.
Mr. Coyle will give you Lawrence's number, and you can give him a ring.
Thank you very much.
And if that
Because
doesn't,
I rang Hugh Goduncan show yesterday,
and no sympathy.
and I don't even like him. But he never even read it out.
I know. See,
So I'm
this-
glad I waited for you because he's a wee git.
He puke. See,
He
listen,
is a wee
listen,
puke.
come to the right place here. See, I don't know anyone. I'm the only one who cares about four-legged friends.
I
I'm the
know.
only one who's concerned about quadrupeds.
Here, you played in a band with my aunt,
Really,
Dorothy Holmes.
Dorothy?
Well, Donna Gale, you called her.
Donna Gale, of course.
Yes.
I used to really fancy Donna.
Oh, I know, she's gorgeous. That's my mum's sister.
She went off to some other guy then.
Oh, I know, Harry.
I used to
Hookstown.
Harry, a nice guy. Harry was a plumber, wasn't he?
No, painter.
A painter. Sorry,
I
sorry.
started with a P, so you're
But
all
no,
right.
but close. No, he was a nice guy, but I was so jealous of him.
Oh, I'm sure.
We used to sit in a van, you see, and I used to look at her.
I
And
know, isn't she gorgeous?
And every once in a while, you'd be sitting beside her. You know in vans, you sit in different seats. I'd be sitting beside her, and I used to feel the warmth of her body. And I used to feel like, and then sometimes you would go to sleep, and sometimes you put your head on
head on her
somebody's
shoulder.
shoulder, and she'd shake it off and say, "Get away from me."
She was a good girl.
Oh, she was lovely. And
Still
it's,
is.
no, she was lovely, but I really fancied her. But she was always going with that plumber.
Banter. Bunker.
No, but she was lovely, and what a great singer.
I know. She still has. She sings for church now.
Does she really?
Mm-hmm.
I met her daughter the other day. Her daughter's a hairdresser.
Terry.
Mm-hmm. She's lovely too.
Yep, Terry's a fantastic singer as well.
I let Dorothy slip through my fingers.
You're mad.
If it hadn't been that plumber, he got there before me. That was in Cookstown.
That's right.
And she lived there for a while. And where is she now? She's now in Belfast.
She's in Carrick. She lives around the corner from us.
You tell her I said hello and tell her I done mad about her.
I will.
Will you?
I'll warn Harry.
What? Tell her. Yeah, she's still with him.
Oh, why? She's
For
stayed with
God's
him.
sake, I knew it would end up good. You see?
Yes.
Plumbers.
Well, thank you anyway. You're great for doing that for me.
No, that's it done. You hang on there and you talk to the man.
Thank you.
Oh, no, Lawrence is going to ring you.
Finish talking
Okay.
now.
What?
Lawrence will ring Kim now when you're finished.
Kim, Lawrence has your number. He'll ring you.
Thank you very much.
All right, if it doesn't work out, come back to us.
Thank you.
All right, then.
Okay, bye.
Fine.
Will we get other people on to talk about their ex or former girlfriends? Is this the theme throughout the programme this morning? We'll talk about our former boyfriends and former girlfriends?
She was lovely. You've no idea. She was lovely. I used to be sit beside her in the van. I used to be crazy about her. And she liked
Why did
me.
you not try and get the grips with her?
Because she was going with a plumber.
Oh, what? Sure, I'd never stopped you before.
No, but
What?
I knew him. And he was a nice guy. But anyway, she wasn't interested in me. She liked me all right, but she was in love with him. She's still with him, for God's sake.
Yeah, but just before she married him, she
I know,
she
but she
made
was
it
doing
wanted a wee fling
She
with
was doing
you.
a big line with him for a long time. And she was, she made it quite clear that she was spoken for. Oh, do you think I didn't try? You think I did?
Yeah. you still
Does a cow eat grass?
Yeah, no.
Yes.
You still talk about when you were now going way back to when you were a 17-year-old.
Yeah. Well, I was a little older then. I was 19 or 20.
No, but this is when you were about 17. You told me a wee story.
Yes.
About the girl.
Stop.
No, about the good-looking girl.
No, I know. Stop that.
Is
Stop
that right?
it.
All right, then
Stop.
we'll not go down that road.
Stop that one.
All right.
You don't
All right.
stop.
All right.
She was the most
So
beautiful girl in
So?
this city.
I know.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
I won't mention her name.
No, don't mention it.
I'll just tell the story. This is like dreams come true.
I remember her.
You remember?
Oh, I do indeed. I
you know in
remember
every-
for her stunning looks.
In every small town, in every village, in every city, there's always one girl
Yeah.
who's just absolutely beautiful, and everybody's crazy about her.
Yeah.
Everybody, but nobody can get near her
Yeah.
because she's so beautiful. And and I remember this girl. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't
I know.
I don't want to name her.
No,
'cause
no.
it's not fair.
No.
And this girl, everybody used to just sit and look at. She had lovely black hair
Jet black hair.
and lovely. Oh,
Yeah.
she was like a doll. Oh, she was
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And she was a couple of years older than me. And I, unattainable. I used to just sit there, in the Corinthian ballroom. And I used to see her dance with all these really good-looking guys, with cars. Those kind of guys. We had nothing.
Yeah.
And I used to look at her and I'd say, someday...
A guy who could walk her home and buy her a fish supper. Guy with plenty of dough.
Plenty of dough,
Yeah.
Not that she was mercenary in any way, but that's the type of guys surrounded
Yeah,
her because
yeah.
they knew
Yeah.
she wasn't going to,
Yeah.
have anything to do with the toe rags like us. But anyway, one
Well, I was too young for her.
You
but
were
I-
too... No, you were the same.
No,
you were
I-
the same age
No,
as
I
me.
wasn't.
You always were.
No, I knew there was
And-
no mission for me.
Oh, but I thought the same.
No, but you had a wee guitar. Had you
that
not
was
get-
before I did anything.
You had something.
I
to
had
hold.
nothing. One night, I'll never forget this as long as I live. Do you remember at the end of the dances you used to stand outside? Because you didn't get anybody. And you'd watch everybody coming out.
Yeah.
On the odd chance you might get a stray one.
Yeah.
Or somebody who was injured.
Yes.
Like a lion and they stalk the wildebeest. They always
Yeah.
go for the weak one.
Or one that you could walk behind even.
Well,
and
just
pretend.
anything rather
Yeah.
than go home on your own.
That's right, aye.
Well, I remember standing outside the Corinthian Ballroom in Derry, Stoke, London there, and I swear I remember this. And out she came. And I went, oh, look.
Yeah. Had your hair up? Was
No,
her hair down?
Long down. And she had her
Yeah.
coat on. And she stood there, and I assumed, I said, what fella would leave her out there? She must be waiting for somebody. He must be in the jacks.
Yes, yes,
they
yes,
call
yes.
it jacks.
Yeah.
Toilet. And then she stood there for a while, you see. And I'm standing there, and there was other people there too.
Had she white stiletto
I
heels?
can't remember. I just looked at her face, and she had a wonderful figure. And then I'm standing there, and she said, she wasn't too far away from me, and she said, hello. And I went, oh, say. And she started to talk to me.
Yes.
See, and I'm talking away. And suddenly I realise that there's nobody coming out to get her.
Yeah.
You see? And I said to her, and the people were starting to go away, and we were talking away about this and that, you know. And I said, are you going home? She said, yes, I am. I said, you waiting for someone? She said, no.
You were very polite.
I was. And I said, well, you know, I'm going your way. She said, yes, by all means.
That sounds like a Bing Crosby movie.
Yeah. And I walked her home. And there was more.
Was there?
Yeah.
You didn't get the coat open, did you? Is there a call in two?
I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just...
What about afterwards?
No, but the reason... No, but...
Was there a follow-up?
No! Because I knew, and she knew...
That was just... She was doing this for you?
No. She was at a loose end.
Yeah.
Any dream will do.
Well, did she not want to be seen walking home?
Oh, no,
did
she was all right.
use you?
No, she didn't use me at all. She was quite happy.
Did she link onto you?
Oh, yes, she liked me.
But did she actually link?
No, but I was... Yes, she linked.
I
but
don't
I was
believe you.
younger. I was 2 or 3 years younger. And, you know, it was like going home with...
Do you know what I found?
Pal.
You know what I found very awkward?
What?
And the first time, or the first couple of times that a girl linked onto me, I didn't know what to do with my arm.
Did you?
No, you didn't know where to put your hand in your pocket.
Or whatever.
Or put it across your belly.
Or else...
Where did you put your hand?
I wouldn't like to say.
Onto.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, we're going off on a whole tangent here. I'm reliving some of my childhood dreams.
Yes, I'm listening to that.
I'm sorry. I know it sounds fairly seedy, but I'm sorry. It's just the way we are. We've reached that stage of life when we remember things vividly that we forgot about 10 years ago.
I know that.
It's all coming back to me now, the opportunities I had. But you never took your opportunities.
No.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, I thought you were away.
No, I'm not away. I'm still waiting.
Okay, what can we do for you today?
Well, my name's Teresa Stewart and I live in Markerfelt.
Yes, Teresa.
And yesterday I had the car stolen.
Oh dear, sorry to hear that.
But the problem is the dog was in it.
Oh my God.
He's a white West Highland Terrier.
A wee tiny thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's terribly sad.
And he's got a red collar on him and he's got a wee defect with his ears. His ears lip over instead of going straight up.
Right.
So I don't know which direction they went whenever they stole the car from the road they have taken from here. They could have went to Derry or they could have went to Belfast.
Dear, oh dear.
Or they could have doubled back somewhere else. I don't know.
You see, they probably... Well, would he be a wee dog that would bark at them when they went into the car?
No. He's far too friendly. That's all's wrong with him.
Well, chances are they probably never even seen him when they went into the car.
Oh, indeed, they seen him because I would say he was down round them seeing who they were.
Oh, that's terribly sad. Well, you see, if they had any sense at all, they would have thrown him out.
Well, they threw out my handbag, but they didn't throw him out.
Well, did they? Well, how do you know? They may have threw him out and he went somewhere.
Well, later on, whenever they threw my bag out...
Did they take your valuables out of your bag first?
Oh, they did. They took everything.
Sure.
But when they threw the bag out, there was a woman walking behind this car, and she said the wee dog was still lying up in the window.
Oh, my God. Maybe they never even seen it.
Oh, they seen him. They definitely seen him.
But sure, they wouldn't want him.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they would give him back. And
Right.
if they do, I'll give them a reward if they give him back to me.
All right, a wee white Highland Terrier with a wee red collar.
That's right.
And his ears are forward.
His ears are looked over instead of going straight up.
Kind of unusual looking for that wee
well,
dog.
it's just a wee defect he had when he was
No,
born.
that's all right. Yes?
Well, is it a white dog has it got a red collar?
Yes.
Has
Uh-huh.
it?
Yes.
Right. Well, there's gentleman Declan phoned in to say that just in the outskirts of Cookstown, there's a little dog running around there. So I've.
Oh, my God.
We have Declan's phone number.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's why he phoned.
Well, there you are. Look,
he
there's a
doesn't know. He doesn't know what type it is, but it's a small dog with a red collar, white dog.
Well, that would make sense because that's not too far from Magherafelt. Eh?
So we'll give you Declan's phone number.
There you are, love. There's a man who's just rang there now and says there's a wee white dog with a red collar running around Cookstown.
Okay, will you hold on till I get a pen?
Hold on a minute. Yeah. What's his number, Sean?
Well, I don't want to give out Declan's number.
No, okay.
So
will you give it to the lady?
How will you handle this?
I'll handle this quite well.
No, but what will we do with the number?
It's all right.
Okay, give me that number.
No, sorry, love. I don't want to give you the number on the air because it's his private number.
Oh, I
will
see.
you hang on there?
Uh-huh.
You just stay there now.
Uh-huh.
And I'll say cheerio to you. And then the Mr. Coyle will be on with you and he'll give you the number. And come back to us if you find it.
Okay, then.
Well, I hope you find it.
And if I don't find him, will you please give this out over there today?
Oh, well, people are hearing it. And we'll have your number.
Okay.
And if this doesn't work out and anybody else sees the wee thing, we'll contact you. Oh, don't worry about that. We'll do the best we can for you. But that looks promising because it's quite likely. Well, where did the boys throw the bag out?
They threw the bag out a road that would take them to either Gerry or Belfast.
Well, you see, that would take them to Cookstown as well, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
You're right. Okay, well, hope it is. Well, you hang on and get on to your man. Maybe you could scoot down and have a look.
Oh, I definitely will.
All right, love.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, thank you very much.
Not at all. Bye.
Right, bye.
Bye. There we are now.
You have to turn me off now, so I talk to her.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Right, okay. I was going to play some music. Oh, look, we can't. Look, we've only got 35 seconds to go before we hear the news at 11 o'clock. So we'll do that. I've not more to tell you, really, except to say that... I'll give you the number. If you want to contact this programme, is 08459 555 678. 08459 555 678. You can use the email if you wish. I haven't switched it on yet, but I'll switch it on during the course of the news because... You have to have something to do during the course of the news because you can't listen to it. You only get depressed. It's gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. That's 08459 555 678 or gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. Right, back after the news. It's exactly 11 o'clock.
92 to 95 FM.
And 1341 medium wave.
BBC Radio Ulster.
And at 11 o'clock, this is the news with Linda Ray. Officers from the Stevens inquiry investigating the killing of Pat Finucane have arrested a man in connection with a murder 15 years ago. He was held at his home in North Belfast this morning. He's being questioned about the murder of 19-year-old Protestant student Adam Lambert, shot dead by the UDA as he worked on a building site in Highfield. It's believed the terrorists mistook him for a Catholic. The police investigating the robbery of a 93-year-old woman in East Belfast say they have never seen anything like it before. The woman was walking along Montgomery Road in East Belfast yesterday afternoon after collecting her pension when two men picked her up in a car and took her to a nearby alleyway. They grabbed her handbag before pushing her out of the vehicle. Chief Superintendent Campbell Dixon has appealed for witnesses.
This is an absolutely horrific and terrible attack on an elderly person. Certainly it would appear that someone has watched her movements and then capitalised on that, and knowing that they had some money, took the opportunity then to rob her.
1,500 pedestrians were killed on Ireland's roads over the last decade. That's the finding of a new cross-border road safety group being launched at the Odyssey in Belfast today. The campaign aims to get pedestrians and drivers to pay more attention to safety on our roads. The armed forces and emergency services are making final preparations for the start of the firefighters' strike tonight. Green Goddess fire engines will provide emergency cover from 6 o'clock when regular fire crews walk out in support of their 40% pay claim. Yesterday, the Fire Brigades Union rejected an 11% pay increase over 2 years, which had been recommended in an independent report by Sir George Bain. David Davis, who's the shadow to the Deputy Prime Minister John Prescott, says the government has handled it very badly.
3 weeks ago, we were hammering the government very hard on why had they not given these people, the military, the proper equipment, and they still haven't done anything about that. And with the strike possibly with months to go, we ought to do something about that right now.
A big shake-up of the criminal justice system and a crackdown on antisocial behaviour are likely to be at the centre of the Queen's speech later this morning. The Prime Minister is promising tougher sentences for serious offenders and reforms of the laws on sex crimes. One of Britain's longest-serving prisoners is appealing against his conviction for murder 25 years ago. Robert Brown from Glasgow could have been freed on parole in 1990 if he'd stopped protesting his innocence. Neil Bennett has more details.
Robert Brown was 20 when he was arrested by detectives in Manchester and questioned about a murder in the Hume area of the city. He confessed to the killing, but he claimed at his trial that the admission was beaten out of him by the police. The jury didn't believe him, but a senior officer involved in the investigation, Inspector Jack Butler, was later convicted of perverting the course of justice in an unrelated case. The appeal court will today hear further evidence about alleged corrupt practice among detectives in Manchester at the time.
That report by Neil Bennett.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Travel news. In Belfast, Palmerston Road in the Sydenham area is closed due to roadworks. There's no access onto the Hollywood Road. Diversions are in place and access is via Consbrook Avenue. Turning to public transport, and due to building work, City Bus 100 service, which is the Centrelink, will now pick up and drop off passengers on East Bridge Street and not at the Central Station car park. And looking ahead to this evening, the M1 in both directions between Stolpman's Lane and Sprucefield will be closed. That's from 10 until 6 tomorrow morning. Deirdre Harshall with the travel news.
And the weather dry and bright at first, but rain into the east later. BBC Radio Ulster News.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's just after 4 minutes past 11 o'clock. Again, the number is 08459 555 678. Email address gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to rise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. Hey, Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today, bringing joy that may last. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. May your heart be light. In a year our troubles will be out of sight. From now on, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. In a year our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Precious friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. I know that in a year we if the fates allow. Until then, we'll just have to muddle through somehow. Have ourselves a merry little Christmas now. 'Cause everybody knows.
I know what you're thinking. That's a bit premature, and so it is. But I couldn't resist that. That's from James Taylor's new album, which is called October Road, and that's the track on it called Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I think that's lovely. And before that was... can't remember what was before that. What was before that? What was before that? Let me see. Oh, Colin Ray is singing a Beatles song, old Beatles song called Blackbird, which I think stands up. Right, now this is the last word on...
No, you're speaking to Sean Clark. Gerry Anderson's a rabbit in the background.
Broadcasting, I think, is the term I'd rather you use. This is the last word on Daniel. I've been railing this past week, and as a matter of fact, you know, the way that I've been treated with Daniel, as I explained to Mr. Kelly yesterday, led me to retire from entertainment business last week. I talked about that yesterday. I got a little counselling from Mr. Kelly, and I must say I feel better today, but I feel no different. I'm finished with all that stuff. But this is the last mention on it. The last straw is when I wasn't invited to the wedding, and he brought Kelly, who doesn't even do anything for him. But that's okay. Anyway, John McMenamin was listening up there in Castlederg, and he thought perhaps that there was a reason why I wasn't invited to Daniel's wedding. And he's put pen to paper, and this is his take on it, if I may say that. It's called The Last Post. Pardon?
I'm sorry, I don't... Sorry,
I'm just about to read a poem.
I realise that.
What a crucial moment to interrupt me.
But that's
I was
why...
just about to open my mouth and first line.
This lady... This lady has turned to other people.
No.
And has been turned down by other people. And I was afraid that you would read a poem and then drift casually.
She's been turned down by others.
Into other presenters. And getting no help. And then you would get into music, and then the lady would be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Well, I'll tell you what, whenever I hear about another woman's been turned down by other presenters, it means that I'm in there like a rat up a spout.
Well, would you talk to her before you go anywhere?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
I believe you've been turned down by other presenters.
Oh, yes, nobody helpful at all. You brighten our day, there's no doubt about it.
Let me know who has turned you down and why.
Well, different people.
Okay, you don't want to name names, I can tell.
Well...
What was the subject of your being turned down? What was the
my
cause?
My subject was I was looking for help to get something.
They turned a blind eye to you?
Yes, shops and everywhere else.
Well, come to me.
That's why I'm coming now.
Yes.
Well... I have a little machine that's called a Pifco bag sealer.
I'm well familiar with the Pifco bag sealer.
Well, that's great.
Okay.
Well, now it says the the roll is easily obtainable, but where? I don't know, because there's no name, address, or anything on this little machine.
What a simple thing. And why couldn't the other presenters have helped you with that?
Well,
that is so easy.
The time I had explained what I wanted, you've picked that up. They didn't. My query was longer than their answer.
In other words, they dismissed you before they found out what you wanted?
Yes.
Well, this is typical.
So,
and all you want's a Pifco.
Every morning I get a lot of tips, and I see how you get so much for people. I thought, here goes, I'll have a go anyhow.
Well, you did the right thing. Well, we shall get you your Pifco bag. We shall get you your Pifco bag.
Sealer. I have the sealer, you see.
But no, but you want the bag.
Yes, it's 12 inches long. It's on a roll.
I know.
And you know, you can cut whatever length you like.
I know exactly what you mean.
Well, that's good. Well, then my next item is, when I have got on, I have acquired quite a bit of old brass, and there's been old brass in the house here.
Yes.
But unfortunately, in the carved parts of it, there's green, the residue of brass years back.
Yes.
And I have tried every method that people have told me, brown sauce, the toothbrush, the Harpic, which I didn't try, and I'm afraid to try anything else, and I would like to get it cleaned up.
Have you tried the Brasso?
Oh, aye, that's what, I clean them with Brasso, but no matter how well I clean it, the residue of brass, maybe 50 years back, the old green brass matter, was still in it, dried up in it.
All right, then. Well, that's a simple enough request as well.
Good.
All you want is to stop your brass being green.
And my Pifco bag, my Pifco roll.
Pifco bag roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't seem to be too much to ask.
That's great, and I'll tell you something now, whether you get them or whether you're not, it's a wonderful programme.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
And it helps the like of the senior citizens and the housewives, of which I am both. And thank you very much.
All right, then. Don't you think too badly about the other presenters, because...
Oh, no.
They're horrible. Okay.
Well, you see, I did try you first, but I found difficulty in getting through, but I got a very nice young man this morning now, and I was fine.
Oh, very nice young man. We have no one like that.
Well, now, he answered the phone to me and got me back again.
He must have came while I wasn't here.
Well, maybe. Or else, well.
He must have gone home again.
Well, anyhow, Gerry.
All right, then.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay. So
Bye.
anyone out there who's got a Pifco bag roll, or indeed has a remedy for getting green off brass, give us a ring here, because this lady is confident and the BBC must be restored.
Before you start...
Am I going to get to read this poem or not?
Listen, I've got to explain this. There's a man who's got a weak signal, but if he stands in the one position, he can pick you up. So...
Well, that's what the girl said outside the Corinthian ballroom. She stands in the one position, she can pick me up.
So this is Des O'Donnell, and he doesn't want to move until he talks to you. He's on 2, I think. 2, yes.
Des.
Hello, Gerry.
I believe you have a weak signal.
Oh, seriously weak signal.
You're not the only man.
The phone's not good either.
No, you're in big trouble there. Where do you live? It seems to be...
I'm living in Castlewellan.
Well, you see, it's your own fault.
Not at all. It's a wonderful part of the country.
Well, you've chosen to live somewhere that has a weak signal.
Well, I didn't pick that bloody signal. I just picked where I'm living.
Well, you should have done your homework before you moved to Castlewellan. You should have said, "What's the signal like there?" You should have asked the estate agent. You see, you're remiss in your requirements.
No, you've been sold a bum deal. You're under the mobile phone game. I'm not. I just live where it's beautiful. I'm looking out at the Mourne Mountains now.
Well,
so
I'll tell you
hell with a signal.
There are people listening on the internet in Canada and Australia would give
and
anything.
they would love to be looking out at the Mourne Mountains.
They would. I know for a fact because they write to me, and they would give anything to be able to stand there where you are.
Absolutely.
And they wouldn't give two hoots if they're a weak signal or not.
Exactly.
Is it the weak signal on your phone or is it the weak signal on your radio?
No, it's on my phone. It's there's a little... I have to move about the kitchen searching for the signal, like chasing a mouse, Well,
I'll tell you a funny thing about it. Do you know what I have to do?
What?
Do you know what I have to do? Where I live practically on the border.
I know, you live down near the river there.
Do you know what happens
where you throw Christmas trees onto?
That's another
We're
thing.
back to that time again.
I'll be back to that time again soon. And do you know what I have to do? In one room of my house, I've got an orange signal. And
yes.
This is not sectarian in any way. But
no,
I have the orange. I have
that.
the orange network, right?
But it's nearly time we had a green network anyway.
Put this man's name. Get this man's name and address. But if I move to another room, I have Aircell, which is a Republican signal. Right?
What's wrong with that?
Because what happens is I don't look at it. See, I lift out the phone. And I say I must ring somebody. So I ring somebody, and then it doesn't work. And I say, what the fuck's wrong with that? And then I suddenly realise, in one room of my house, I have to use the international code.
Yes.
In the other room, I use the ordinary code.
You're sort of astride
I'm astride the border.
Border there.
So in other words, in my bedroom, I have to use
position.
I have to use the international dialing code in my bedroom, and in the toilet, I don't have to use it at all.
You're caught between two stools, as it were.
Well, maybe perhaps we'll leave the toilet. We'll leave the toilet before we talk about that. But in the sitting room, in the guest lounge, in my guest lounge, and in my reception room.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Can we get back to what I'm going to talk to you about? Can we get back to what I want to talk to you about?
Yes.
I have 4 topics, quick ones.
4 topics. Right.
Yesterday morning you did the Rickety Wheel.
Yes.
With Big K.
Yes.
And I have one gripe about that.
Yes.
I sent in a check, right? But I neglected to put my address in.
Yes.
And Gerry picked out one number. That's Big Gerry as opposed to yourself, wee Gerry.
Tiny Gerry.
And I'll come to that in a minute.
Right.
He picked out one with no address, and you said, throw it back in the box.
Yeah, but you see,
that was me dead. I forgot to put my address in.
Well, tough.
Oh, well, that's okay. I didn't expect much more than that from me.
It's your own fault.
Let's go on to part 2.
All right.
Part 2 is Mr. Coyle.
Yes.
And I warned him about this, that he wouldn't be too happy with what I'm going to say.
Right.
Do you realise, you understand, of course, I know you're an educated man, you never stop telling us that.
Dip Cont Ed.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. I could go over letters forever. I have far more than you. And
Come on, what have you got? Come on.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you.
Come on, what have you got?
No. I will not reveal my origins by lettering myself behind myself.
All right, then.
Do you realise what you're going through at the moment? It's known as a palace revolution.
I thought it was a change
It's
of
not
life.
a revolution of the people. It's a palace revolution.
Keep
And I'll give you the evidence.
Keep my friend the Queen out of this.
Did you hear Coyle yesterday smarming Kelly? Did you not notice that? Were you two involved in the rickety wheel?
Do I notice it? I noticed it. He's been doing that for years.
But he smarms Daniel as well.
He licks up to them in case.
And he wound you up about Daniel's wedding.
See, that's a weak
And have
signal.
you not noticed in the last month or I listen to you every morning.
Yes.
I couldn't possibly watch you.
Well, why did you watch me tonight?
I'm going to do precisely that, and I'll give you a verdict tomorrow morning, sir. But have you not noticed in the last 4 to 6 weeks,
Yes.
which means he's gathering strength, he increasingly puts through embarrassing phone calls?
Oh, I've noticed
Have you
that.
not noticed that?
Yeah, you're one of them. I know, I've noticed that. But,
Have you
Mr.
not
Coyle, what
noticed-
have you got to say to that?
I'm warning
Eh?
you. You're nursing a viper in your bosom, man.
Mr. Coyle, this man says you're a viper in my bosom.
He is.
I know that.
He's a snake in the grass.
Listen there, sorry.
And what you want to do now is explore further down the hierarchical line
Yeah.
in your BBC and find out how many underlings he has on board, because I think he's getting ready for the big push. You might very well find within days, if not hours, that you will be doing the wee programme. Be careful, Gerry. Look for the viper in your bosom first. That's all I'd say about that now.
All
More
right.
importantly,
Right.
have you Dana Lyons dates for this month?
Right, okay.
Will you give them out to us sometime?
Hold on a second, I
I know
don't-
the one that you have, but I can't get to that one.
Which
but
one
I
is
love
that?
cows with guns, so...
Right. Well, I'll tell you where to go. Is it? Oh, hold on a minute. What night is he in? Where do you live yourself?
Castlewellan.
Castlewellan.
You have a very short memory.
I know,
Are you
I've never
sure some terrible brain disease isn't setting in there?
Progressive congenital. Right, I haven't got them with me, but hold on, I'll be able to get them for
Well,
you.
will you announce them over the next couple of days? Because I'm sure I'm not the only person in the world who likes them.
No, he sent me an email actually the other day. I'll bring it. I'll tell you what they are within the next 10 minutes.
Because I also listened to him when you were talking to him, and he sounded like one nice guy.
He really is. We liked him a lot.
No oil rubbish with him.
No
oil
oil crap, and he had a crowd.
And what I liked was the idea that he would, if he happened to be in the form of it, he would just stand up and do a gig in a pub for no dough.
Well,
I like that, you know.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's one particular gig that I've got a little note about today. There are other gigs, but this one is quite special. You often hear me talking about a place in Donegal called Culdaff.
Yes, sure. I've been there many, many times.
Well, do you know McGrory's?
I do.
Well, he's in there on Sunday. This Sunday? No. Yes, this Sunday.
McGrory's in Culdaff.
Culdaff, and
Well, I hope he's somewhere nearer to me because
no, he is. He is. But
I couldn't get there.
The reason why
Sunday.
I mention this is because the gig starts at 9:30 and admission is free.
That's classic.
Free.
That is classic.
This Sunday, Dana Lyons and McGrory's in Culdaff, County Donegal, free of charge.
And that says something about Dana Lyons.
Exactly. I'll give you the other dates now. I'm going to take them out of the computer. Okay?
Okay.
What's that,
Put them
3 or
out for
4?
all-
Was there one more?
Sorry?
Was there one more topic?
Yes, the other topic is this. When you and Big Gerry were spinning, well, Geordie got a fair old spin of it.
Geordie was
Not
overawed.
chat.
Geordie was overawed yesterday because there were...
He was, yes.
there was
I noted that because he didn't give his usual verbal input.
No, you see-
He never mentioned a Badger's behind or a Jesus fluid or nothing.
No, you see, what
He was overawed.
What happened
But
was...
I mean, when you put you and the big one in the one room,
No, but there were
who wouldn't be overawed?
No, but there
Let's face it.
were television cameras here as well and very bright lights. And Geordie isn't used to bright lights, and it kind of threw him.
No,
a
he
bit.
sneaks about in the dark sort of
Exactly.
business, does he?
Right.
We snug would suit him better.
Are you nearly finished now?
I am. This is my last one.
Okay.
Did you note this? And I did a small survey yesterday in my town here of Castlewellan
Yes.
to back this up. Did you note the number of County Down winners in your rickety wheel yesterday?
Mr. Kelly felt so guilty about that. He felt.
I know he did, but he was wrong. Do you know why there were that number of County Down winners?
Why?
Because you are big in County Down.
I didn't know that.
And well, you know it now.
They hate me
The
in Derry.
people here responded. The people here I know you're hated in many places.
No, particularly
but
in Derry.
County
they hate
Down,
me.
you're big.
Yeah.
I did a survey yesterday of 2 people, and both of them are avid listeners. That's 100%, Gerry. And I'm going to go out today and ask 2 more people. Now, I hope they're listeners as well, because if they're not, they're down to 50% rather rapidly. And lastly, Gerry, before I've rattled on too long here, lastly, I would like to say hello to Pat McComb, who rings you and sings from the VIPs, that's the Visual Impaired Group in Castlewellan.
All right.
And to all the members of the Visual Impaired Group who do great work for people with low vision and indeed blind people.
Excellent.
Okay?
Okay. Excellent.
I'll talk to you again, man.
Thank you very much.
Keep the faith and watch that viper in the bosom.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. What was that? Viper?
There's another call. Petal.
He's calling you a viper in my bosom.
I know. Why? I missed it all, you see. I don't know.
You should listen to this stuff.
Listen.
Listen, by the way, now that I'm mentioning this, there's a very special night coming up here. I mentioned, I hope people don't mind me mentioning this, but I keep mentioning this place in Kildare. Now, the reason I do that is because they get people that you don't see anywhere else.
No cigar.
On December 2nd, in that very same place in McGrory's, will be Albert Lee and the Hogan's Heroes, the finest guitar player in the world, and it's the only Irish date on the tour. The only Irish date, Monday, December 2nd. And you can get
Do you smell smoke?
I don't smell smoke, no.
We smell smoke in here.
Now, don't be talking about the fire brigade.
No, I'm not talking about.
I'll tell you
there's
what.
an oily. You know the central heating oily. You know that oily, smoky, burny oily. Isn't there? Isn't there? It's disgusting. What? Do you do anything in there?
No. No, it's not me. Well, did you say there's some? Am I going to get read?
Yes. No. This person. This is your man.
Hello.
I happened to be in a bookmaker's shop yesterday.
Yes.
And a man came over and said to me, "Did you hear the program this morning?"
Yes.
I said, "No, I happened to be working." He says, "Kelly was on and he pulled out the star prize for his sister-in-law."
I thought that was a little bit much myself.
Now, can you verify, is that right?
Absolutely true. But he made a great...
Could you tell me, was there a yellow-coloured ticket and all the rest of them were white so that he knew what to pull out?
He made great play out of pretending that he was embarrassed. He pretended to tear up the piece of paper and said, I couldn't possibly award that person the prize because it was his sister-in-law. But then he stuck it all back together.
And you can verify it, there was no hokery-pokery or nothing?
From my end, there was no hokery-pokery, but he may have slipped it in out of his cuff.
Well, I'm gonna tell you another thing about Kelly, too. That's the first time he has went up there and he hasn't donated a prize.
I noticed that as well.
Now, why did you not tackle him on it?
I wanted him to do it, but then I realised that, there's nothing in him.
I thought it was shameful.
Oh, yeah.
The first time, and he never even donated anything.
Selfish.
Well, listen, don't be bringing him next year.
No, he's not coming next year, no, that's him finished. I thought it was a selfish act.
You never tackled him about it anyway.
No. Sometimes it's better not to talk about these things. If it's in him to produce a prize, it will be produced. If it's not in him, no one can put it in him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I was quite surprised. I never thought he would have been as low as that.
He's got a neck like a jockey's.
Because he used to give people free spins on the wheel, but now that's null and void. He doesn't have that anymore.
And I thought he was quite proprietorial as well. He kept saying, this is my competition, whereas it wasn't his competition at all.
No, it was a people's wheel.
It was the BBC People's Wheel.
No, it was a people's wheel. It was a people's wheel before the BBC took it over.
I know.
They hijacked it.
This rickety wheel that I see standing in front of me, if that rickety wheel could talk, do you know what it would say? It would say care in the community. I'll tell you why. This rickety wheel has stood sentinel over so many functions in the church hall or whatever it is. Is this a Protestant rickety wheel, Sean, or a Catholic?
Orange or green?
I don't know.
Is it a Protestant? No.
How do I know?
Where's it from?
I don't know.
Come on.
How would I
Is
know?
it a Protestant rickety wheel or a Catholic rickety wheel?
It's a wheel.
Well, tell me this.
Yes.
Are you having a spend for senior citizens for Christmas?
No.
No. That's very emphatic.
No, we just...
You're not even considering it?
No, we're done with it. Where would we have that?
Well, listen, there's an awful lot of senior citizens getting waylaid and hijacked. What about giving them a wee bit of a lift?
All right,
Say maybe a turkey or a roast of beef.
Leave it with me. We may do this again, because we normally used to do this at Christmas because the rickety wheel is associated with the festive season. But then we get kind of railroaded this last couple of years.
Of course, the BBC hijacked it.
They did indeed. Well, Kelly hijacked it first. It's a feature on his show.
Well, it was on his show, that's right.
And then he stopped. He's giving away people £1 million now instead, but it's not the same.
I know that, but he didn't happen to give anybody a free dip under £1 million.
Do you know who's going to win that £1 million?
Who?
Nobody.
His sister.
Nobody. Nobody's going to win that. You know that, of course, don't you? Do you know who's going to win the £100,000?
Who?
Nobody.
How do you know that?
You know that, don't you?
How do you know that?
I just know.
But that's not. But sure, that's wrong if they're advertising it the way they're doing it. Sure, that's falsifying what they're advertising. If nobody's going to win it.
I'm only guessing.
You're only guessing?
You wait and see. I'm only guessing. I've not been told anything. I've no insider trading information. I'm just saying, do you think somebody's going to give away £100 to somebody they don't know? Do you?
Why
Do you think Julian Simmons wouldn't give you the wind of his sails?
Well, listen, I'll tell you another thing. When he's introducing it, he's all dressed up in his bow tie.
I know, and he's talking...
There must be something on it.
And he's talking proper. And do you know why he's talking proper? Because the people from Dublin watching him.
When's the big show, the final show for the million?
I'm not... I don't think there will be one.
You don't?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You keep watching and you'll soon find out.
I never watch it anyway.
Neither do I.
And I'll watch it even less because he didn't give a praise.
How do you think this programme that we're doing here is going down recently? Have you been talking to any people?
Your programme?
Yes.
Sure, you're number one.
But, I'm just not sure. I'm
positive.
I feel insecure.
You see, every house that I go into in the mornings when I'm collecting insurance, you're on.
Are these working class homes?
Both.
Both homes are working class.
You're on.
All right then. That's all I want to know. You need to tell me that every once in a while.
You're definitely on.
It's like
how you'll fare after a night, I don't know.
Well, I'm a little nervous about tonight because I've never exposed my body on TV before.
I seen you running a flag up a yacht.
Oh, that's
were you running a sail up it?
It's a sail, actually. Yeah.
I thought it was a flag you were running up.
No,
I didn't know what flag it was.
Even I know not to do that. Right, go away.
Here, Gerry.
I believe you're involved in some kind of DIY at the moment.
I am, yes.
What are you doing?
I'm papering a room.
Well, have you started yet?
Oh, I've started. I'm halfway through.
Well, is your paste mixed?
Oh, but I need more to mix. I've more to mix.
You never have enough paste, do you?
I'm running out.
What is the pattern of your wallpaper? Is it a flower design?
Oh, no, it's a plain design with a few stripes going horizontally across it.
Oh, well, they're hard to match.
Oh, there's no matching in it.
Is there not?
Not at all.
What do you mean if you have horizontal stripes?
It's wee squiggly wiggly ones.
Oh, I see.
There's no matching to it, Gerry.
You're no fool.
Slap it on and get it on.
Fit it into you. Okay, then. Thank you, my son.
Good luck, Gerry.
And leave that with me. We may spin the wheel again at Christmas.
Aye, fair enough, Gerry. All the best. Bye.
Bye. Bye. I'm going to read this poem now.
Well, listen, before you do, could you just talk, because there's a dog that needs your help. And this is John speaking on behalf of the dog. Now, he'll explain.
How does he know what the dog wants to say?
No, he knows. He wants to stop.
How does he know what the dog wants to say?
He wants to stop the dog doing something.
Well, he just give it a kick in the arse, the same as we
That's
do.
where the problem is.
You've got no horse?
No, stop it. Listen,
Where is it? Where is it?
John's on 2.
John, good morning.
Hello, Gerry.
What's your problem?
Gerry, I haven't got a problem, but the dog has a problem.
Uh-huh.
I have an Alsatian dog, and he developed a skin infection actually in his tail about 2 or 3 months ago.
Yes.
Now, I've had him to several vets, and I've got creams and shampoos and tablets and you name it. And I've also had one of these hoods that looks like a big lampshade on him.
Oh.
The problem is the wound gets healed up pretty good, and then he tackles into it again with his teeth and opens it up again.
Uh-huh.
And what I was trying to find out, Gerry, I haven't had no success in this area here, was to try and get a muzzle for him, that he wouldn't be able to bite his tail again.
You should be able to get a muzzle.
I can get muzzles, Gerry, but they all seem very small. They're not I can't get a big enough one.
Well, what about those greyhound muzzles? Are they too small?
No good, Gerry. I had one of those, and across the bridge of his nose, it actually he kept rubbing it on the ground, and it actually cut into his nose then.
Oh dear. All right, then we should be able to get. Thank God, we should be. What kind of a dog did you say it was?
It's
an Alsatian.
It's a big Alsatian now.
All right, so what you want is a big muzzle.
A big muzzle for a big dog.
Right.
As any of your listeners there could maybe...
I see no reason why you shouldn't get that. What part of the country do you live in?
Kilkeel direction.
Kilkeel, right. You're a wee bit out of the way there.
Well, sure. Somebody has to live there.
Oh, no, it's a lovely... Oh, I'm not saying nothing wrong. It's lovely. I love Kilkeel. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely morning this morning, Gerry.
Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Yes.
All right, then. So anyone out there who's got... Well, sure, what's the problem? Maybe some dog, whatever they call them, people, would have something like that. They'd maybe sell you and post it to you or whatever.
Well, I'm not expecting it for nothing, Gerry.
Oh, no,
I'm
sure.
willing to pay.
No, okay. So anyone who's got a large muzzle that would fit the likes of a full-grown Alsatian dog...
That's right.
Give us a ring here and we'll put them in contact with you. That shouldn't be too hard to get.
That's great, Gerry.
Okay, then.
Thanks for your help, Gerry.
I hope your dog gets better.
Yes, so do I.
All right,
thanks, Gerry. Bye.
Bye.
You know the offer you got outside the Corinthian Ballroom many, many years ago?
Yes.
Well, there's a man now who wants to sing to you. What a greyhound muzzle not do that, dog? Is it too slim, is it?
I've asked him that already.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't hear you.
The greyhound muzzle, sure.
Is it too slim?
Greyhounds have only got an excuse for a jaw. They've only got little tiny snouts.
I enjoy you.
What?
As greyhound?
Yeah.
Just greyhound jaw.
They're very
for a jaw.
narrow.
Would you like a greyhound to attack you?
No.
You're right, you wouldn't.
That's why there's muzzles on them.
Yeah.
But you see, a muzzle that would fit a greyhound wouldn't even look at an Alsatian.
Yeah, no.
Who's this man? I hope it's none of your cronies.
It's a man who wants to sing.
Do we know him?
I don't think so. He's a new singer.
Is he a new singer?
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's on 1.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
I believe you want to sing.
That's right, yeah. And I want a couple of other little bits and pieces to talk to you about. One, that guy from Kilkeel you've just spoken to, right?
Yes.
The muzzle he's looking for, they're both making up your...
Oh, you're breaking up.
Sorry, I know what it is. I put my finger across the mouthpiece. Okay, we're all clear now.
Yes.
This guy from Kilkeel has just spoken to you there. I've got a muzzle through his dog.
Have you? What kind of a muzzle is it?
It's a muzzle originally for a Labrador, black Labrador, very big, strong dog that I had. This is the same item. It's actually still in the box yet, because I only kept the dog for a few weeks and had to part company with it.
And you never actually used it?
No.
Oh, great. Would you sell it to him?
And he can have it as a present for Christmas.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yep.
That's brilliant. Well, do you mind if I give him your number and he can give you a ring?
No problem at all. I know the area he's living in Kilkeel, no problem.
Oh, well, that's that dog, sir.
Well, sure, I'm in Dundrum, so it's only a few miles apart.
Kilty country.
The other item, number 1, is what are you worrying about your show for?
Because I'm basically insecure.
Well, you shouldn't be insecure. You're the number 1 in this here countryside where I am, and all over the country. So you've no worries.
What about Hugo?
Oh, well, he's okay.
You see, I am worried about him because...
You don't need to worry about him. He's too far down the line to catch up.
Because he's going for the common denominator. Listen, tell me this. I've spoken to you before.
Of course, you have several times. You give me a lot of information over the phone this last day, and I sang 4 times in your show.
Of course you did,
but
yes.
Not many people get the chance. Well, nobody else would give me the chance, so I thought to try Gerry Anderson.
No, I remember you now. I didn't recognise your voice at first, but it was gnawing at me there. And I realised that you had anything else then?
The other item is your children in need thing.
Yes.
Right? Now, I've got a cheque, nice and handy here, signed and all.
Yes.
All I've got to do is fill in the details. Well, my friend, my neighbour, will fill in the details this evening when they come round.
Yes.
All I want is the address where to send it to.
Oh, well, please send it to me, Children in Need.
Who's the check gets payable to?
Gerry, Children in Need.
Children in Need.
Children in Need.
Yeah. And the address it's got to go to
is Radio Foyle.
Radio Foyle, yeah.
Derry Stroke Londonderry. That'll get us.
Sorry, give me that again.
Derry Stroke Londonderry.
Londonderry,
BBC Radio Foyle, F-O-Y-L-E. Not F-O-I-L, as many people...
Yeah, okay.
Right?
What's the postal code?
Oh, I've no idea.
Well, you should have that on the tip of your tongue. That's the most important bit of the address.
I don't trust people who know their postal code.
Well, it's okay.
Hold on a minute. What's our postal code?
Here, wait a minute. Who's on? Is there somebody somewhere?
There's somebody somewhere. I'm sorry, that makes no sense to you. Well, thank you very much indeed, sir.
No problem.
You
going to let me sing now?
Oh, yes. What are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing Galway Bay.
All right, then.
Is that okay?
Right.
Now, that cheque will be on its way, first class post tomorrow morning for the children.
Thank you very much, because that's why we're not doing anything about the prizes or anything, because people are still sending us cheques, and we want to make sure that anyone...
Everybody gets one in.
In a way, and I don't know whether to say this or not, in a way it's actually not too late, because we haven't drawn it.
It's not too late at all for anything late. No matter how monkeys what it is. Give it a quiz and you get results.
When we get your cheque, we're going to throw it in the box along with the others, so you may win a prize, because we haven't drawn them yet.
Oh, that's even better. Still, these are two chances then, doesn't it?
Exactly. So if there's any other stragglers out there who missed us, if you send us in at least a tenner...
There's somebody I know, and he's a good friend of mine, and he has got a few pounds spare, I can assure you.
Well, you tell him to
I'll give him a dig in the ribs tonight if I see him and tell him to get one up.
Tell him to get it in here, and his name will go in the box, because we won't really draw all those until maybe Monday.
That'll do it.
Because we're going to wait until all the nonsense is over on Friday. Yeah. All right, then, sing away there like mad.
Thank you very much.
Right.
This is for Margaret in Dundrum, the Marlis Tavern owner. So
right.
He's listening, and I hope this keeps her happy for today anyway.
All right.
If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, be it only at the closing of your day, for to sit and watch the moon rise over Claddagh, or watch the sun go down on Galway Bay. For the winds that blow across the sea from Ireland are perfumed by the heather as they blow, and the women in the uplands digging pretty speak a language that the strangers do not know. And the strangers come and try to teach us their way. They scorn at us for being what we are, but scorn at us for being what we are. But they might as well go chasing after moonbeams, or light a penny candle from a star. And if there's going to be a life hereafter, it somehow I am sure there's going to be. I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that little isle across the Irish Sea. That's my little heaven in Dundrum and County Down.
Good man, and I hope you stay there for another 100 years. Okay.
Well, if I get 99, that'll do.
Okay then.
Thanks very much for having me on again, Gerry.
Thank you,
and good luck with whatever you do.
Thank you.
Stop worrying, you're still the number one.
And thank you for sending us the money.
No problem.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Will you give me peace?
Listen, are you still asking for more money?
Yeah.
But Gerry's having a fit here.
No, she's not having a fit.
She is.
No,
there's an awful lot of clerical work in this.
Never mind. What about the children?
I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Well, the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
Isn't that great? That's the Dixie Chicks. That's a song called Landslide. I've managed to pull out Dana Lyon's tour dates. He's on tour at the moment. He's been in Scotland this last week or so. Tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, he's in Cork at the Cork Arts Festival. And on Friday night, he's in Wexford, just for the benefit of people who may be listening, because we do have listeners down there. And on Saturday, he's in Dublin in the Ambassador Cinema at the top of O'Connell Street. And then on Sunday, as I mentioned before, he's in McGrory's in Donegal at 9:30, and that is free, by the way. Admission is free. And that's one of the few gigs he's doing for free, and I don't know why, but that's the way it is, so you don't have to pay to get in there. If you're up for a wee drive in Donegal, pop in there at 9:30. On the following Wednesday, is it? Yes, next Wednesday, in November the 20th, next Wednesday, is in Mahon's Hotel in Irvinstown. And then on Wednesday is in Mahon's Hotel in Irvinstown. On Thursday, November the 21st, is in the Errigal Inn in Belfast. Right, that's not free. That's £7 for members. £7, £6. That's 8 o'clock. Now that'll be a big one for him, because I know there's a lot of listeners around Belfast who would like to hear him. So Dana Lyons in Errigal in Belfast next Thursday, not this week, next week, November the 21st, and he's in Mahon's Hotel in Irvinstown next Wednesday, and in McGrory's in Donegal this Sunday. So there we are. I can do no more.
That's very disjointed.
I'm standing here on the hills
of
of Craigauntlet and looking down upon the fields and of Northern Ireland. I'm saying to myself, what a marvellous place to live on a wonderful day like today.
Would you talk?
People don't appreciate what kind of beauty we have here in the natural landscape of Northern Ireland. People go away to foreign countries like, like Australia, and they say to themselves, it's a better life here, but we know.
Would you talk to a man on two?
It's a wonderful life. The people are so friendly, and the policemen are, friendly.
Would you talk to a man on two?
Yes, I will.
And would you tell wee Josie to stop eating the donuts? This is from Barry, Mickey and Rodney.
Okay, Josie, stop eating the donuts from Barry, Mickey and Rodney. It's a wonderful country we live in today. If only we had a bit of peace. If we could just learn to live together and respect each other's differences, wouldn't it be a marvellous place? Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Hello, Gerry. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Gerry, my name's Joan Sheridan from Armagh College of Further Education.
Yes.
Gerry, we have a load of students here doing great things for children in need, and
Excellent.
they want to talk to you.
Oh, put them on. Hello, but put them on individually. Tell me what they're doing.
Well, sorry, I'm one of the first group. We are the adult learners class.
Yes.
My name's Sarah. And we're the adult learners class, and we've got a bed up the town, a hospital bed. You can't miss it. It's decorated with balloons.
My God.
It's in front of Marketplace Theatre. If anybody's in Armagh and listening, you'd like to come by and give money.
Marketplace Theatre in Armagh?
That's right.
Okay, a bed covered by balloons?
Yeah, you can't miss it.
All right, then.
Also, it's a comfy bed. Anybody wants to be rested, we sit down in the middle of the shop and, we can go ahead. It's all right, just as long as you give us some money. And we have a couple of dancing girls, maybe. If that would require to put your hand in your pocket.
Well, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when will this be happening? Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday? When?
This is actually happening today. We started at 9 a.m. and we've got people coming from the adult returners class all through the day.
Excellent.
On shifts, basically. So there'll be somebody there right until about 4 o'clock.
Great, and I hope you raise loads of money.
Thank you very much.
And what else is going on there? Anything else you want to talk about? Is anyone else there who wants to tell me about something?
There's another class of girls who are putting on some stuff. Can you speak to one of them for a second?
Yeah, go pass the phone to them by all means.
Here she is.
All right.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
My name's Kira and I'm speaking on behalf of the medical secretarial students in Armagh College.
Yes? Tell me what you're doing then.
We dressed up this morning, Gerry, in our pyjamas and all sorts of things, and we went round the classes and we got lots of money.
Excellent. This is the type of thing that we like because, people enjoy themselves, they get a bit of a laugh and they raise money as well. And it means they don't have to work that day. Isn't that right?
Gerry, I'd just like to thank the college for all their help.
All right.
Raised lots of money.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Gerry.
Okay. Anybody else there wants to throw in?
Bye.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Here's a combination that's unbeatable. This combination is the best folk group in the world, Irish group, Alton, and one of the best singers in the world, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton and Alton.
There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. We shall sing on that beautiful shore the melodious songs of the blessed, and our spirit shall sorrow no more. Not a sigh for the blessing of rest in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. Partir on mi Our graduate in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by. In the sweet by and
Hey, what about that? That's Dolly Parton. Oh, that's Dolly. Did you see what happened there?
Yes, you almost fell off your chair.
The chair's just been down. I thought I was having one of my dizzy spells.
By the way, Walter said, you know the girl that you met outside the Corinthian Ballroom?
What a wonderful woman that was.
Walter wants to know, did she ever work in the Italian restaurant in William Street?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Yeah. Okay, right. Now, you have
She wasn't Italian, I know what you're thinking.
You have a problem.
You're thinking she was Italian, but she wasn't Italian.
I know she wasn't.
No.
But Walter thinks she was.
I know, but she sounds Italian. By the way, that was a very special song. That was Dolly Parton with Alton. That was Mairead Mooney singing with Dolly Parton. That's a song called In the Sweet By and By. That was originally on an album called Little Sparrow, but it's out now on a great album which is called A Woman's Heart, A Decade On. That's for the benefit of people who want to know what that is. But you don't care about that because you interrupted them.
No, you have a problem.
I don't have a problem.
You do have a problem.
What is it?
Because with your rickety wheel.
Ah, I knew that would come.
Yes, you see.
Yes.
Because you're starting spinning your wheel on Monday or Tuesday, you're saying, is that right?
I know what you're going to say.
Yes.
It won't be here.
No, well, the rickety wheel may be here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to spin it when it's not here.
One of the prizes that two of the prizes that you have, a dinner, bed and breakfast for two people, plus 2 tickets for Dana Lyons in Mahon's Hotel.
Oh,
that's on the 20th of November.
Oh, right.
Right, you also have 4 tickets for the Rare Times in the Millennium Forum.
Oh, right,
on the 21st.
Okay.
So how do you get around that?
No, we'll deal with those. We'll spin.
No, how do you do it?
We'll spin for those now in a minute.
We'll do it now then.
I'm not going to do it now. I can't run over the rickety wheel.
What are you supposed to spin for them now? You spin it now in a minute?
I mean in a minute, after 12. Stop annoying me. I can't run over the rickety wheel and then run back here. Look, I haven't done this poem yet.
Well, there's a girl, Kate. You were looking for Kate.
Hello, Kate.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
I think Limousine George was looking for me on Friday.
I do believe he was.
He lost my phone number.
Yes.
Well, I gave my phone number to Sean there, and I mean, if he wants me to give me address, I haven't got his phone number.
Well, I'd be very careful if I were you, you know. Are you happy about this?
Well, I think it's just Sean, all right.
Well, I wouldn't, but you're happy enough then.
Right, that's okay.
Are you happy enough?
Yes, that's fine. You didn't ask me what I needed it for.
I'm just about to ask you. I didn't want to be too, I didn't want to be too pushy.
Well,
what do you need it
well,
for?
it was you were off during the time. I think there was a mark that was standing in for you.
Yes.
My wee boys go to we integrated primary school here in Dummery, Oakwood Integrated Primary School.
Yes.
And every year we have a wee annual fair, to raise funds.
Uh-huh.
So I said I would do crystal ball readings for them, which I never used at all because I couldn't see nothing in it at all.
Uh-huh.
So I would like to thank Limousine George for lending me it because he drove all the way up from where he lives to my house. Uh-huh.
Well, how nice of him.
Yeah.
Especially when he had no ulterior motive.
I know.
Which I assume he hadn't.
No.
All right, then, okay.
Look, by the way, I was talking to, just by pure chance, I was out on Friday night, and I was waiting on a taxi to go home. I went into the bar and had a last-minute drink, and there was two guys from a fun fair there.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was a Scottish guy, but I recognised the other guy from Derry.
Yes.
Well, he told me he was from Derry, and we were talking about fun fairs years ago because my granny came from a place called Kilbrony in Rostrevor.
Yes.
And I had a cousin called Janet Murphy. He's buried in the cemetery there in Rostrevor. And we were talking about fun fairs, and used to be like freak shows.
That's right.
Well, he joined the circus when he was 28.
Was he a freak?
Yes. Well, they called him a freak in them days because he was 8 foot tall. But this guy says he knew you. This is so strange to you. I don't know how your name came up. They called him Cullen.
Cullen's Amusements?
Yes, and he's from Gerry. He said there was 4 generations of them.
Oh, I'd know them well, yes.
So I said I would mention
to you
that I was to him, to you, I was talking to him.
Oh, are they still on the batter?
Yes, he's still working there. He was doing Thunderland outside the...
they have a long tradition of...
The King's Hall,
So I've been going in Cullen's Amusements since I was no height.
Yeah, he said to me, well, Jerry would know my family.
Yeah, of course, I know their family well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello to them if they're listening.
Well, I said I'd mention it while I was, if I phoned up about
this.
this.
Thanks very much. Okay, then.
Okay.
All right, then. God bless you.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay.
And by the way, I met you about 15 years ago.
Where?
No one ever knew you then, but I had been listening to your radio show for a couple of weeks and I instantly recognised you. You were standing in front of me in a queue in Woolworths.
Yes.
And you were wearing a big long white scarf. Remember that?
Not offhand. Did you?
The big long white scarf. I kept looking at you, but nobody else has noticed you.
It's still the same. All right then. I'll try and find that scarf and I'll wear it tomorrow. All right.
Okay, tell Sean thanks very much.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. The lady says thanks very much.
When was the last time you were at the amusements?
I knew you would.
When was the last time you were on a bumper?
I didn't say it was recently.
No. I go to the amusements all the time.
What I meant to say was I used to go to the amusements all the time. The last time I was at the amusements, the last time I was at the amusements,
yes,
you know the song that was playing.
No.
They used to have the loudspeaker.
Yeah,
they used to play the Papa Piccolino, Papa Piccolino, do the fleeing lip from Tiddlywinks and Ludo. Is that the one you're on?
I don't
know.
All over Italy.
No, there's another version. All over. The fleas are playing leapfrog, Tiddlywinks and Ludo, Tiddlywinks and Ludo. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, it's dirty.
Oh, is it all over somebody?
I
don't know.
No, I can't do that. Anyway, that's that. That's that now. And I still never read my poem. I'll read it tomorrow morning. What day's tomorrow?
Friday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Third time lucky. We'll be here tomorrow morning at 10:30. And then I'll be in Belfast, of course, on Friday morning. You'll be at home. Okay, goodbye. See you tomorrow at 12 o'clock.